In 2012, 1 in 7 Canadians reported having a disability, which is projected to grow to 1 in 5 by 2031. Stephen Harper's Conservative government promised a National Disability Act in 2006, but never followed through. Now, the Liberal government under Justin Trudeau has made the National Disability Act a priority. While many smaller pieces of legislation related to the well-being of people with disabilities exist at the federal level in Canada, the passing of federal disability acts in the US, Australia, and UK have led to the question of whether or not Canada should pass a similar act to provide a clear and comprehensive national mandate. Currently, provincial governments are advised to develop their own legislation in regards to disability rights. Well-known comprehensive acts exist in Ontario and Manitoba, whereas other provinces appear to merely have a series of laws and codes related to disability policy. A national act will complement provincial legislation and benefit Canadians living in provinces and territories with and without provincial disability legislation. The newly appointed Minister of Sport and Persons with Disabilities, Carla Qualtrough, has been mandated to lead the engagement process with provinces, territories, and stakeholders to develop a Canadians with Disabilities Act. In 1981, the World Health Organization defined disability as not simply a product of biology, but rather a reflection of the social and political environment in which individuals operate in. Therefore, the design of an individual's built environment will either enable or disable an individual to fully participate in society. Specifically, transit-oriented developments provide individuals with greater accessibility to retail, services, employment, and the opportunity for social interaction. It is imperative that accessibility standards are incorporated within development plans. Individuals with disabilities have been accommodated by regional and municipal transit authorities across Canada in two ways. First, through specialized transit services or paratransit service. While this service is essential for some individuals, it is costly and reduces one's ability to be independently and spontaneously mobile. Second, by designing and/or retrofitting the conventional transit system to be more universally accessible. This would include stations that are free of steps and include elevators, bus vehicles that are fully accessible, and features such as wayfinding and auditory or visual stop announcements. To conclude, it is recommended that Canada adopts a Federal Disability Act in order to deliver positive action legislation by being proactive and systematic in design standards. The CDA should be developed with standards to create fully accessible transit systems, as well as environments that are barrier-free and inclusive of all individuals. The Act should include timelines for implementation and compliance to accessibility standards, legally enforceable standards, and measurable objectives to track results and progress. Furthermore, the Act should be developed in consultation with disability groups and advocates and key stakeholders, while also drawing on successes and pitfalls of the National Disability Acts of the US, Australia, and the UK. By doing so, Canada has the opportunity to be a world leader in accessibility.